Dear students, in this session we are going to discuss about a subject. That subject name is Programming with Java, that is for UG 5th semester, common for the BA, BCom, BSc students, and the topic we are going to cover here is Java collections. Now first we are trying to understand what is collection and what is collection framework. Java collection framework represents a hierarchy of set of interfaces and classes that are used to manipulate group of objects. So in simple terms, we can say that if you want to store multiple elements, that is called collection. If you want to work with the different type of the collections like set, arrays, we have the framework called collection framework. A framework is ready-made architecture. If you want to work with any different type of the collections, different operations you want to perform with the collections like add the element, remove the elements, add the element at the ending, like that. If you want to perform different type of the operations with collection, we have ready-made architecture, that is called collection framework. Java collections framework is contained in java.utilities package. So already I think you know that what is package. So we have the different type of the inbuilt packages in Java. One of the inbuilt package is Java utilities. In the package java.utilities, we have this option collections concept. Collection framework was added in the Java 1.2 versions. Before the 1.2 version, there was no concept of the Java collection framework. Java collections can achieve all the operations that you perform on data, such as searching. In simple terms, you can do different type of the operations on the collections. For example, searching. Let us say I have 10 elements. I am trying to searching for one of those elements. That process is called generally searching. So you can implement searching operation with help of the collection framework. Sorting operation, if you want to sort any unsorted data, any one of the sorting order like ascending order, descending order, you can use this Java collection framework. If you want to insert the elements or manipulation the existing elements, or if you want to delete any existing elements. So these are few of the operations. You can do lot more operations other than these. So you can implement all these operations with help of the Java collection framework. Java collection framework provides many interfaces. Some of the examples of the interfaces which are available in the Java collection framework are set. Set is one interface. List is one interface, like that. Queue, dequeue are also interfaces. With help of these interfaces, we can create the collections: set collection, list collection, queue collection, dequeue collection, and so on. This collection framework provides different classes also, not only interfaces. A few of the examples of the classes: array list is a class, vector is class, like that, linked list, priority queue, hash set, linked hash set, tree set. All these are the examples for the classes. So finally you must remember that collection framework provides different type of the classes, different type of the interfaces with which we can work with different type of the collections. So this is the hierarchy of the collections in Java. See, the iterable collections, queues, list, set, dequeue, and sorted set, map, sorted map, which are highlighted in the green color, right? Some are highlighted in the green color, some are in the orange related color. So the which are highlighted in the green color, those are interfaces. So here we are using color coding, which are highlighted in the green color are interfaces, and which are in the orange color are classes. As I said already, collection framework provides different type of the interfaces, different type of the classes. So this is the hierarchy. With help of this, we can understand how many different type of the interfaces we have and how the classes are derived from the interfaces. If you observe this, see the list. List is an interface, right? Top level is iterable, next level is collection, and at a third level we have three interfaces: list, queue, set. And in the list interfaces we have the classes. Okay, list is the interface, but we have the 4 classes which are derived from the list interface or array list, linked list, vector, stack. So, in this manner you must understand this hierarchy. So, here remember, I repeat, array list, linked list, vector, stack are the classes, those are derived from the interface list. In the same way, queue is a interface, priority queue is a class derived from the queue, and array DQ is a class, super interface for that is DQ. Like that, hash set, linked hash set are the classes for set interface, tree set is a class for sorted set. And coming to the right hand side, again we have map and sorted map interfaces. In that also again we have the classes like hash table, linked hash map and hash map. So, like this you must understand the hierarchy of the collection framework in the class. So, let us start discussing about these collections one by one. Then what is collection interface first? The collection interface is the root interface. Just now I have shown to you in the hierarchy, collection is the top level interface, and above the collection we have one more interface also, that is iterable, right. Iterable is top level, after that we have collection interface. Then there is no direct implementation of this interface, that is the nature of the interface. In Java we cannot initiate the interface directly, right. The next we have some classes like array list. Array list class implements the list interface, which is a sub interface of the collection interface. Just now I covered that point. So, this is the part about the interfaces only. I covered this part also just now. Collection is a top level interface, if you observe. Second level interfaces are list set queues, third level interfaces are sorted set and DQ. Then what is the advantage with this collection framework? Very simple, it reduces programming effort by providing built-in set of data structures and algorithms. Let me tell you in simple terms, if you want to create any collections or if you want to perform different type of the operations, you no need to write any extra code, just you can call the existing methods. Let me give a simple example. Suppose I want to add a element to the data structure array list, let us say. So, generally we need to write the code, we need to develop the method or any simple code if you want to add any element in a collection. But coming to here collection framework, already we have ample of the predefined methods. If you want to add any element, just simple call add method, that is enough, one statement is enough. If you want to remove any element, just call remove predefined method. Like that, all the actions are already implemented and stored in the form of the predefined methods, just you can call it, right. That is the advantage of the collection framework. Then it increases performance by providing high performance implementation of the data structures and algorithm. If you want to work with the data structures and algorithm concept, different type of the data structures like set, hash, etc., you can work with those, which takes very minimal time, and the performance also improved with help of this collection framework. And this collection framework provides interoperability between unrelated APIs by establishing a common language to pass collection back and forward. Very simple, in simple terms, it can communicate with any different type of the languages also. As I covered, it reduces time. Then let me tell you about some important interfaces. As I covered already, collection is one of the interface that enables you to work with a group of objects, and it is the top of the collections. In that collection, it is the top level. Then DQ extends queue to handle double-ended queue. DQ is a short form, and the full form for the DQ is double-ended queue. It has two ends. With help of these two ends, you can insert and delete the elements. That is why it is called DQ, double-ended queue. By using two ends, you can insert and delete. You can perform insert and deletion operation at the two ends. Then list is also one of the important interface. it extends collection to the handle sequences list of the objects. If you want to store any list of the items, you can go for the list. Like queue is first in first out nature. You can store multiple elements in the queue by following the rule first in first out. Set is also one of the interface. The unique property of the set is it must contain only unique elements. It does not support duplicate elements, it does not support redundancy. Sorted set, by the word you can understand it. If you want to store any sorted elements, then you can go for the sorted set interface. Then, as I covered already, different predefined methods are already available with the collection framework. As a developer, you no need to write the methods explicitly. Different type of the methods are already available. So, let me tell you about some methods which are available in the collection framework. Public Boolean add. So, this is the method name is add and return type is Boolean, that returns either true or false. And coming to the nature of this add predefined method, it is used to insert an element in this collection. Suppose you are working with set collection. If you want to add any element, just call add method, that is it. Then second method, remove method. By the name you can understand that the purpose of this method remove. It is used to delete an elements from the collection. And the next method, remove if. So, here the major difference between remove and remove if is, remove if it deletes all the elements of the collection that satisfy the specific predicate. In simple terms, whenever you are working with the remove if method, you can use some type of the condition. If that condition is satisfied, then only it is used to remove all the elements from the given collection. So, this is the major difference between remove and remove if. In the remove, we are not expressing any condition, we are not writing any condition. Then size method, this returns the total number of the elements in the collection. For example, I have one collection, say hash map, I have 10 elements. So, size is 10, number of the elements available in that collection is represented with the word size. For that we use predefined method size, and the return type of the size method is int. Obviously, that is a number. How many numbers are available in the particular collection, that returns one number, that might be 10 elements, 9 elements and so on. So, that is why the return type of this method size is int type. Next method, void clear. It removes the total number of the elements from the collection. So, just now we covered remove method. Remove method is used to remove or delete single element. But suppose if you have the requirements where I want to delete all the elements from the given collection. So, no need to call remove method 10 times if you have 10 elements. We have one solution, that is clear. Just call clear method. If you have n number of the elements, those will be deleted with help of the single statement. Single statement of the code is enough to delete 100 number of the elements, 1000 number of the elements even. Next method is contains. The data type of the return type of this contains method is Boolean. It searches for an element. Suppose I have a collection and in that I have the elements like 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on 10. And I am trying to searching for the element and my element is 20. I am searching for the element 20 in the given collection. But as I said already, that element is not available in that particular collection. So, in such cases that returns false. False indicate that particular element is not found in the given collection. For example, I am searching for the element 9. As per our example, 9 is available in the given collection. So, in that case it returns true. So, that is why the return type of the contains predefined method is Boolean, that returns either true or false. If the given element is found in the given collection, that returns true. In other cases, nothing but if the given element is not found in the given collection, that returns false. The contains method returns false. Then let me tell you about some exception classes. So, exception is nothing but runtime error. So, whenever you are developing any applications or whenever you are working with any application, there is a chance of raising the exceptions. So, let us discuss about few exceptions related to the collection framework concept. Unsupported operation exception. The exception name is unsupported operation exception. All exceptions are classes technically. In Java, all exceptions are classes. Here exception class name is unsupported operation exception. When it is raised, it occurs if a collection cannot be modified. Suppose I have collection, the collection name is X. The purpose of the collection or property of the collection is you cannot modify that, but still if you are trying to modify that, it raises one type of the exception. That exception type is unsupported operation. Even though you are not supposed to modify that, you are trying to modify that, you are not supposed to do that operation. In such cases, the exception raised is called unsupported operation exception. Then next exception is class cast exception. Cast is nothing but conversion. Just like how we have the basic concept like type casting, converting one type to another type, one data type to another data type, we have the concept of class cast also. But suppose you are trying to converting object of one class to another class, but you must check the compatibility also. Without checking the compatibility, if you are writing the code that is used to converting one object to another object, but there is no compatibility, in such cases the exception is raised. That exception name is class cast exception. Then null pointer exception. It occurs when you try to store null object in the collection. As I said, collection is the different elements, group of the elements. You are storing a null pointer. It is not giving reference to any location, any element, but you are trying to store that element in the collection. In such cases, that raise an exception. That exception name is null pointer exception. Then illegal argument exception. It thrown if an invalid argument is used. Let me give a simple example. Suppose you are working with one application that prompts the user to enter age, but instead of entering the age, I am typing my name. So, we know that name is a string type, age is a integer type. So, that is invalid argument. You must enter a valid value, that is int type. If you enter string type, that becomes invalid argument. So, in such cases, the exception raised is illegal argument exception. The next one is illegal state exception. Thrown if you try to add an element to an already full collection. State indicates status. For example, I have a stack or queue data structures. So, already all the elements are filled in the queue. There is no space for any element, but still you are trying to add one more element. This exception is called illegal state exception. Already that collection is filled, but still you are trying to add one more element. In such cases, the exception raised is called illegal state exception. Not only these, so many exception classes are there in the collection framework. These are few of them only. So, let us start discussion about the classes one by one. So, here our class name is array list. Array list is one of the collection name, and to implement this we have a class, predefined class. That predefined class name is array list, and remember you must write the array list as it is, array list where A is capital, L is capital, remaining all are in lowercase, like that. Okay. Then array list class provides implementation of an array based on the data structure that is used to store elements in the linear order. This is important point. In the array list, the elements are stored in the linear order, in the sequential order, one after another. This class implements list interface. Just now we have seen already the hierarchy of the collection framework. In the list interface, we have the array class, already I have shown to you. It creates a dynamic array that grows based on the element's strength. So, this is the advantage of the array list. If you have the basic idea about the arrays in Java or in C, CPP, we cannot add more elements more than the size what we declared. But here the advantage with array list is it is a dynamic array. depending on the number of the elements you are added, the size is automatically increased. This is a very good feature what we have with array list. Manipulation is slow in the array list because a lot of shifting needs to be occurred if any elements is removed from the array list. For example, I have 5 elements and third elements I want to remove. So, you need to shuffle all the remaining elements, you need to set the order of the remaining elements. For that you need to do multiple shiftings, that takes much time. That is why the manipulation takes more time, it takes more time to do the shifting of the elements from one place to another place. Array list allows random access because it works on the index basis. It is a very basic point. If you have the knowledge about the arrays in C, CPP, Java, it maintains index mechanism internally. So, first element is identified with help of the 0 index, second element with 1, third element with 2 and so on. So, 10th element is identified with the index 9. So, when you have a index mechanism in any topic, you can access the elements randomly. For example, I am accessing 0th index element and after that I want to access 8th indexed element. Directly you can go for the 8th indexed element, no need to follow sequential order. 0 index element, first index element, second index element, like that you no need to follow sequential order. Directly if you want to access 8th indexed element, directly you can move that. So, this is what index based mechanism, right. So, we have the index based mechanism in the array list, with help of that randomly we can access the elements. So, see the sample code how to implement array list. Import java.utilities, as I said, collection framework is available in the package utilities. That is why I am importing utility package, import java.utilities. Class demo, class name is demo. Within that, public static void main string arguments is common to all Java programs. Next step is very important, where I am creating the array list class. Array list, you should not give the space. In the array list word, A should be capital, L should be capital. You should not give the space after the array. You must follow these rules, otherwise this code raises an error. Array list, within the angular brackets I am writing string. String is a class name. The meaning of this statement is that array list accepts string type of the elements, that is the meaning of that code. The object name I am giving for the array list class is AL. You can give any name by following the identifier rules. I am giving the name AL. Assignment, new array list, string and close. This is the syntax to create the object. Then with help of the object of the array list, you can do the different operations. So, in this example, I want to add some elements to the created array list. For that, I am calling the method add. See now, al.add, I am calling the predefined method add, and within the parenthesis I am writing AB as a string type, double quotes. You must use double quotes to represent string. The string AB is added to the array list. After that, next I want to add second element also, al.add. You can write any string BC. You can add any string, not only A, B, B, C, you can add any name. Suppose if you want to add third element also, same thing, object name dot, call the method add, and within the parenthesis, within the double quotation marks, you must write the value of the string. So, in this example, I want to add 3 string values, I add it. Okay. Then finally, I want to print that array list, whether those are added or not, to check that. System.out.println AL. So, if you observe that the output of the code is AB, BC, CD, because these 3 elements are added successfully in the collection array list. So, this is the example program how to create array list, where array list is a collection. So, like that you can perform different type of the operations. In the previous code I have shown to you, I added only string type values now. Suppose if you want to add integer values, float values, boolean values, in such cases you can use object in place of the string. Array list space object. See, here I am writing object. So, you can add any type of the object, that might be boolean, integer, float, string. So, this is how to implement array list. In the same way, you can implement all the type of the collections what I have shown to you just now. I will show you the hierarchy once again. Let me recall what we covered in this session. So, in the hierarchy we observed we have the different type of the sets and classes in the hierarchy, and depending on the classes you can call the relevant methods. So, this is what we covered. So, in this iterable is a top level interface, after that second level collection, and list, queue, set, dequeue, sorted set are the interfaces, and the classes array list, linked list, vector, stack, and you can use different type of the methods for the different type of the classes. So, what is the collection? Why we use collection? Collection is used to store multiple elements. What is the framework available to work with the collections? Collection framework. Where this collection framework available in the Java? Java.utilities packages. So, you must import Java utilities package and use the interfaces, create the classes, call the predefined methods. In such a way, you can work with all type of the classes. So, just I have shown to you how to work with the array list. In the same way, you can work with the linked list class, vector class, stack class, and so on. Okay. So, this is about the collections concept, and this is the complete hierarchy about the collection framework. It is suggestible to you try to work with the different type of the classes also. Thank you.